On June 12, 2024, Shane Corson and I went to a location that I had scouted just a few weeks previously with Dave that we call the Outer Rim. The Outer Rim is called that because it's a long ways from nowhere. It's a crappy road, it takes a long time to get out there, so by the time Shane and I arrived, it was already pretty late in the day. But we wanted to utilize what little time we had left as best we can, so we started walking the roads looking for Sasquatch tracks. Even though we had kind of poor lighting conditions, we did in fact find Sasquatch tracks on this road.
You can kind of see the toes. Move some of this stuff aside.
Right there to your left, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the heel right here. There's the heel. And there's a big toe, another toe there. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there is a print right there.
That's castable.
That is. And that means there's another one over there somewhere, and there's a decent chance of hair in this. So tomorrow morning,
It actually looks really good.
there's just another one over here somewhere too. Not bad.
Yeah, maybe even right here.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a toe, right?
Yep.
That means that's the heel over there.
That's the heel right there.
Yeah. Here we hold that on the heel there. And then this heel over there, we're looking at 39 inches, 39-inch step.
Boom.
It was getting dark already, so we wanted to come back the next day when we had better lighting conditions and look around for more tracks. The next morning, we decided to hike to the swamp that we knew was uphill from our camping location. After all, the tracks on the road weren't going anywhere. We can get to those later, and maybe we'd find something fresher at the swamp.
Here we go.
This area is fantastic and there's a lot of wildlife. It didn't take very long at all until we found some bear tracks.
See the bear print?
Yeah.
Got a bear print right here. See all the digits, nail marks going in there. Right there. That is big old rotting cedar. That's cool. There's another one there.
It looks like right here.
Right there too? Yeah.
Just a little bit further from the bear tracks, we struck pay dirt, Sasquatch tracks on the trail.
There's a track right there. Oh, there's the front part of it. Oop. Front part of it right there. The heel comes around like that. And there's another one there. And there's another one right there going up the hill. That direction. We have 3. I don't think they're consecutive, but there's 3 right here.
So yeah, Clip and I are out here, and we're on our way to a small remote lake. We're going to hit some tributaries. We did last night, and even today, find some very interesting impressions, some tracks. Definitely good 4 last night to 5. Found a little possible trackway right here, and so our plan is to go look for more tracks, more impressions, and sign.
Even though it had only been a few weeks since Dave and I had been here, the water in the swamp had receded noticeably, leaving a lot of muddy areas for tracking.
There we go. What's that? Oh, that's a bear print. That's what that is. It's a hind foot of a bear. No wonder. Look at this place. It's a bear paradise. It's a paradise.
While circumnavigating the swamp, we found Sasquatch tracks. In fact, 2 sets, a 14-inch trackway and a 1 or 2 8 or 9-inch tracks. That's interesting because the mud tracks that Dave and I got just a few weeks ago, those are 8 or 9 inches, right? So that's probably the same juvenile. And then the 14-inch, well, that's probably the same 14-inch track that we got a few weeks ago as well. So the animals that were down on the road seem to have come up to the swampy area to look around. This 14-inch trackway is good enough to put plaster in, so I'm going to give that a try. And besides, I'm literally carrying 25 or 30 pounds of plaster. It'd be kind of nice to lighten my load a bit. Ta-da! Bigfoot cast. After circumnavigating the swampy area, Shane and I head back to camp, and we find that Nico and Keith had driven out to join us. We brought Nico and Keith to the location where we found the tracks the night before, and then we started scouting around for others. And sure enough, we found others. This is a really, really nice looking cast in the ground. There's another one here with some toes, but it's not, we don't have a whole foot, so we're not gonna cast that one. We took some measurements. I think there's another one right here, but we messed that up last night when I was looking at this one close. And Nico found some stuff over there that may or may not be in the same trackway, but it probably is. So there you go, man. We have found 3 different sizes of Sasquatch tracks: an 8-inch, a 14-inch, both of which we had found earlier, and a 17-inch track. That is fantastic. Oh, something there. I don't know if it's going that way or that way.
If it is, it looks like it's going that way.
I don't know. Watch where you step. There's one right there. Oh, right underneath you, actually.
That?
Believe it or not, yeah. I'm not sure, but I think so. Toe, 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 toe. Maybe one there. I think Goliath. It's 17 inches from there to there. There's another one over here. And this is one we found up on the shelf, didn't we?
Yeah.
There's 3, and it doesn't look like much, but imagine if the ground was really soft.
One of the impressions on the road really drew my attention, and I started looking closely at it because I couldn't decide if it was some erosion or if it was a Sasquatch track.
I don't know.
Yeah, we have about the same sort of
I'm not sure about this one. I think. The weird thing is it can't be erosion because it's a hole, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like erosion either.
Because it comes up and then down. So I don't think it's that, but
I said, well, if this is a track, there's others. So Nico started looking above the track, the direction that I think it was traveling, to see if he can find some others. And he did not. But I told Nico, well, see where it came from.
This hole in the ground here actually might be a footprint. It reminds me a lot of the Goliath print. And when you've seen the Goliath cast, I assume, but the Goliath print in the ground did not look like much to me. I have photographs of it from Tom Shea, and this strongly reminds me of that. So, I would just kick myself if this was something and I didn't put plaster in it to find out. So I'm doing it.
And within a minute, he found an entire trackway coming out of the river valley below.
I got 2 prints right here.
Oh, and Nico has 2 prints right there.
Show me what you got. Where do I need to stand?
Right here. Looks like there's a step right here. They're both half. So they're climbing up the
Going
side.
up there, okay.
But toes are in there. Right?
Yes, actually yes.
And then right here is even clearer. I mean, it's not clear, but it's clearer. Step right here. This one's kind of got heel going on. The toes are up here. Mid-tarsal right here. At the widest. Cliff, how wide was that track?
7 inches.
Oh my God, there's 7 inches.
Wow.
All right.
You're on it. You're on it.
I think too many things are written off,
So, Cliff is just right up here, casting the track that I was pretty skeptical of. And I went and looked around up top where he thought the tracks were going. And I wasn't really seeing anything up top. I could see what he was thinking was the tracks, but then right here, leading directly to where Cliff is, we've got 2 tracks. One right up here, which is also kind of meh. But this one right here is, I mean, it's pretty damn clear. You got big toe right here, and the toes kind of come in right around over here. You got kind of a mid-tarsal pressure ridge right here. Heel would be about right here. And measuring it across here, we're looking at about 17 inches, which is what that one is. It's actually a little less, but it could be, that could be a little bit of a slide. This could just not, I could just not be seeing the rest of the track, but it's looking more like 15 on this one. But at the widest point, it is 7 inches across, just like that one. So,
And just like the ones we're finding at the lake.
and just like the ones they're finding at the lake. This has the ridge right here.
Where can I step? What have you identified here? That's one, right?
No.
That's me.
That's you?
That's Keith.
Okay.
Yep.
And so that's not...
That's also us.
Okay,
This is a
cool.
rock. You can stand on the rock. I'm thinking this is the track right here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be the end of the hill right there. See it?
Yeah.
No, but there and there, there's probably something over
That
here.
looks pretty.
Yeah, that's
those are
very
toes.
much one.
That right here. What direction is the heel facing on that one?
That way. Directly
That
behind.
way.
Wow.
Okay.
And
Ooh. Looks like it might have come up through here.
That's a game trail, it looks like.
It is a game
check
trail.
there.
Here's another heel.
Charges straight up the hill.
Mm-hmm. And there's the toes.
Oh my god, really?
Big
What are
toe.
some measurements?
17.
Really?
17 inches. Real clear heel.
Coming right up the hill.
Right here.
My bad.
Oh, yeah, right there.
Yeah, heel. Look at that big toe right there, though.
Where
That's
can
right
I-
at 17
Where can I walk?
Yeah, that's a really nice one. Yeah, you can totally see like slept down and then pushed on the lip.
So as this is unfolding, track that they found initially that I was skeptical of, which led into a whole trackway, and they keep going down and we keep finding more tracks from this very large individual. 17-inch tracks, every single one.
How far down the hill are we from the trail?
We gotta be like 20 feet down the hill, man. And it keeps going. I see another track right there. And if you look, I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the camera, but through the trees, there's this huge flat area right down here, which might be where it came from, although that track is coming from that direction, so I don't know. We need to, ooh, nope, never mind, moss. I thought I found a hair just right then.
What's?
But yeah, I mean, it's actively unfolding as we're sitting here doing this, so I think we're gonna be here a lot longer than we anticipated.
There are a lot of tracks coming up this hill, so for now we're just going to put flags on them and then come back at a later date to do a proper documentation of the site.
Find it?
There's a track right there.
Look at it. It's underneath all those things.
Underneath, which
Look
means
them
there's
over.
gotta be a handprint.
You gotta look them over though. Their handprint, maybe a hair.
Yeah, this thing had to have been crawling through
That's
here.
what it looks like, huh?
The tracks led underneath like these arches of vine maple, and that means the thing probably went down on all fours for a few moments.
Here.
You want to try and shoot that?
Yeah, give me the camera. So when I was standing up there, I thought it was
I see it though now.
a track, but this here,
It
Makes-
clawed into it, so it's either a foot or a hand.
it might be a handprint.
It had to be hunched.
Look right here, there's like indication in the dirt of like
Fingernails?
fingernails.
We got to document that as best as we can.
I got a close-up picture of the scrapes here, but could be a hand. Look at that. Does that not look like something to you?
Looks like something.
Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Was it crawling through here too?
Maybe it might have to because look at all this stuff.
Shane, we might have found another handprint. That might be a step. There. Just heading to where they are. Just give it a measure across.
7 inches.
Got another one.
Well, what we got here, it looks like, is Nico found an impression in a log that has been disturbed by something going across it. And it's really hard to say if there's toes in this or not, but if there were, I would surmise that a big toe might have been right in here. And did we measure this yet?
It's 7 inches across.
7 inches across, so it's kind of lining up with everything else that we're finding. It's very much in line with the size that we're finding up the hill. So, something to note.
From right through the
Toward
break.
tree.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
right there.
for sure. Let me see if I can pick that up. Hard to tell.
That would be the heel.
Yeah. And if you
Oh, actually, look at that. If put 17 at the heel,
and it rises up,
it rises up, the toes would be about right here. There's your
I think
definition.
that's
right
another
there.
one, man.
Yeah, see right here, here's the heel. And I think that we have toes coming out. There's one there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It might even be splayed out wider than that. Yeah, I think it's a fan-shaped thing right here. I think one of the most epic days of my big
There could be 3 individuals.
There's 3, we know there's 3 here, yeah. We found 3 individuals that first time Dave and I came here. And it's 17 and a half and 14, and the little ones I'm a little squirrely on with the, that one track that you guys missed, it's clear as day, it's 10 and a half inches. But the ones in the mud puddle, I thought they were 7 or 9, but they might be the 10 and a half, I don't know.
I think it can back down with the water, so maybe
don't know.
it's shrunk. says. Do it here.
Well, that's when the camera dies. 2 minutes. There you go.
You'll be a minute and a half.
Oh, look at that.
Rodent holes?
There's a bunch of ants.
Yeah, I can see rodent holes across the toes right now. Look at that.
That's what it looks like, huh?
Gosh darn it. There it is. Whoop, there it is.
There she blows.
That doesn't blow at all.
No, definitely not.
All right. So we got 3 out of 4 on that track. We lost one to a boot, and the other ones we just don't know where they are. There is potentially a lot to learn from this track event. We know that 3 animals were moving through this same area. We don't know if it was at the same time or not, but we could guess maybe it was. We have a 17, we have a 14, we have an 8-inch track. Is that a family unit? We don't know. So we're gonna come back and do a proper documentation of this site. When we do come back and when we learn anything else about this area, we're gonna bring you, our members, along with us. Once again, thank you so much for being a supporter of the North American Bigfoot Center.